Hi, Neil here with Covers and Camo, your source for custom seat covers. Today, we're doing the install on a 2019 Can-Am Maverick. We're going to show you all the steps on how to get these on. It's a little trickier than some of our other UTV installs that we've done before, so watch the steps closely. Feel free to contact us if you have any questions on anything, but let's walk through these install steps. So we're getting started on this 2019 Can-Am Maverick Max. This is the X3 Max. Max just means that it's 2 rows on it, and all of 4 seats are all going to be the same install. And it's a little bit of a tricky install, but once you see some of the tips here, you're going to be able to get through it just fine. And the first thing that we're going to do is actually remove the bottom seat. And to do that, the back side is just held down by Velcro, and this is the original Can-Am Velcro that actually has just, it's not even, it uses an adhesive to stick down to the plastic bucket. It's not even sticking on it anymore, so it just pulled up. So you just lift that up, and then the next thing that you're gonna do is there is a plastic rubber piece right here that says top on it. And we're gonna take a flathead screwdriver and just pry that out. And it comes right out. So here's the top piece right here. It's a rubber piece that sticks in, that kind of acts to wedge inside here to hold this as a hinge point. So we're gonna take a screwdriver and just slowly wedge this out. And it just pops up like this right here. And then you can pull that top piece out. Again, it's just a rubber piece that sticks in there, and we'll stick it in at the end when we install this back on, but then we can pull this seat out right there. Here's a close-up on this rubber piece right here. That's the one that we removed to get this bottom off. And the best way to get it to remove is just taking a flathead screwdriver and just start from the back like that. Just work it up like that. I'm just using one hand, so kind of tricky, but just work that up, and you'll start to pry up. And then when you want to, and it'll pop up just like I did in the video. And then when you want to push it back down, you just take the end of your screwdriver and just pop it inside there, and it just pops back in. Okay, now that we have the bottom seat out, what we're gonna do is actually install the backrest first. And your backrest cover is going to look like this. It's going to have straps to buckles right here. Straps to buckles. The straps are going to be the top portion. This cutout up here is going to be the upper portion as well. And just so you know, the bottom seat, your bottom seat cover is going to have a string around the outside. So your backrest is the one that does not have the outside string. Okay, so what we're going to do is, the first step with this backrest is actually to release the backrest off of a hook. There's a metal bar, very similar to this bottom metal bar that was used for the bottom seat. And what we want to do is actually release it. And I'll do another little close-up on this in a second so you can see where this bar is located. But we're going to lift that off of the bar right there, because then that'll give us, there's still 2 attachment points underneath here and underneath over here, and so it's not going to pull out all the way, but that's going to give us space to get those straps down and get the cover installed. So what we'll do now is get this oriented here, and again, straps are going to go up towards the top, and this cutout portion is to go around that section where it attaches on the backrest right there. We can pull this forward and kind of get this cover around the sides right there. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these straps and pass these straps down the back side of the seat in between this section that I just released there. And what you want to do is try to keep these as flat without any twists as much as possible, because if there's twists in the strap, when you try to tighten this back up, it makes your life kind of miserable. So just try to pass that down. I'm taking one arm and passing it down to my other hand right here, and here's this other strap, or there's that strap that I just passed down. There's the center strap. There's a center strap and then two outside straps. We'll do this outside strap now. Again, trying to make sure that I don't have any twists. And I do feel a twist, so I'm just gonna untwist it. Just kind of turn that strap around a little bit. It's easy to pass that on the back side there and get twists in it, but it's gonna cinch up much better if you don't have any twists in it. Okay, so I'll do this third one here now. Okay, cut that out. Okay, now that I have those straps out, I'm going to take them to these buckles, and what we're going to do is take the strap, put it through the middle slot of the buckle, and then we're going to go through the outside slot right there, like that. Okay, so then that grips the teeth and it starts to cinch on right there. Okay, so I'm gonna just cinch it up a little bit. Now we're gonna do this one, this inside strap here. And we'll just get them started. We won't take it all the way just yet. Same thing right here. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cover and pull it down so it's nice and tight over the shoulders here, and so it'll come down and wrap around the bottom of the seat here. And then I'm going to take these straps and then also this buckle, and then pass that through underneath the seat. Just to get it to kind of hold down here a little bit better, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this center strap started. I'm going to reach underneath again and grab that center strap. And again, I'm pulling the piece that I already threaded through, so it's the very end of the strap now. And I'm going to start to cinch up on it. Now, if you feel that you're pulling on it and it's not coming at all, it's just like solid, you most likely have a twist in your strap, and then the twist came through the buckle in it, locked inside the buckle. So if that happens to you, which it did happen to me twice actually on this install and some of the other seats, then you'll just want to make sure you untwist the strap before you try cinching it down again. Okay, so Now you're seeing a technique that I'm doing here by kind of massaging on the front and then pulling on the back there. And that helps to get the cover to plug nice and tight to the seat. Now what I'm gonna do is that's gonna hold that centerpiece part a lot better. I'm gonna take this strap and pass this, these outside straps, pass these up right here. And then I should be able to reach on the inside now and get that. Okay, good. So that's starting to cinch up nice and tight. Okay, so that's looking good there. Now what I'll do is this one over here, this last strap. Again, just passing it around to the inside there. Okay, again, I'm going to be using one hand and massaging down the seat like that. Good. Okay, perfect. So that's looking really good there now. Now what we need to do is just make sure that you get these sides pulled around and tucked on the inside underneath the cover there. There's a hemmed elastic. You just want to try to tuck that hemmed elastic on the inside of the seat there. Okay, perfect. So that's looking really good right there. And now the last step on this, once you have it all strapped up nice and tight, and I think I'm doing pretty good. I think I can lock this seat back into place here. Yeah, we're doing. Maybe I'll pull that middle strap just one more time here. Yeah, that's feeling really good. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we need to lock this back up, hook this back up. And so there's a metal bar right there. What we're gonna use is a flathead screwdriver again. And we're gonna take the flathead screwdriver, hook it underneath the bar like this. And then we're gonna bring this up, back up onto this hook, and then just, once you got it propped up onto that hook there, then you can pull that screwdriver out and it hooks it back up, okay? So we got that backrest hooked up again, and that's looking really good. Perfect. So there's the backrest. Now we need to move on to the bottom. Here's a close-up on this bar right there, and that's the bar that you need to lift out of that backrest. There's a hinge right there, and to lift that out, again, you're just gonna kind of pull up on one side like I did in the video there, and then it's gonna lift out of that, and then it's gonna expose that bar, and that just hooks onto this right there. Now we're gonna grab the bottom cover and do this bottom section. So here's the seat, and here's the front part of the seat, because there's that metal bar, that's your hook right there. And this cutout right here is going to be for that hook. That's for the hinge portion of the seat. Okay, and string's gonna tie off towards the back. And so what we'll do is get this fit over. You want to make sure you line up this cutout section right here with that hinge portion where that bar is. Okay, because you're going to need to hook that back in once you got the cover on. Okay, so I have the majority of it on right now. And what you can do is just make sure you're pulling on all sides, getting it on here. And then you can tie up this string. Now you could do just a simple little square knot if you want. There, that would work. Or you can do our normal way of tying off strings is tying like a little noose in one side here. And then pulling that string nice and tight there. And you can put it through the noose and then tie it off. Now if you could probably get a little tighter going a square knot method, just because there's not a lot of wiggle room with this cutout section, but it doesn't have to be super tight. It's just to kind of keep the sides down nice and snug. And I'm just going to tie this off here. We should be good with that. And then just take your knife or scissors and you can get rid of this excess fabric here. There we go. Now, you take these Velcro pieces and we'll attach this Velcro up. You can pull pretty tight on this Velcro. Get it down just to try to pull out some of that slack out of the top of the seat there. I mean, I'm not pulling crazy tight, but just pulling it snug. Okay, so there's how the bottom's gonna look, and then this top, I'm just gonna work this around and make sure everything's looking good over those shoulders. It should look like that, right there. And now what we're gonna do is hook this back in. Okay, so what we need to do is, again, there's that hook, or that middle bar, I should say, right there. And the bar is gonna go inside this hook down here. And now that there's a little bit of extra fabric, you gotta work this in a little bit more as you're pushing it in. Just kind of ease it in there, and I will even pull some fabric away as I'm doing this. It's almost about to catch. Just have to kind of work it into that. Oh, missed it. You could almost have somebody like take a wood dowel and push down on this rod as you're putting this on, and it would push into that hinge a little bit better. Done all 3 of these so far without having to use something else, but maybe on this last one I'll use, let's see. Okay, there it goes. You know, and that might be the better angle. I realized as I was going straight up, it was a little bit harder, but then as I kind of went at this angle right here, a little bit more towards 45 degrees, then it clipped in there. Okay, so that's clipped in now, but we need to finish with this rubber piece, so make sure you don't lose this little rubber piece. This rubber piece, it says top, so if I'm standing here, I'm gonna read top upright, and there's that little line piece right there, that solid line right there is gonna go in towards that hinge portion right there, that hook. And then you're just gonna push that back in. And I've found that you could actually use the butt end of if you have a rubber screwdriver or something softer, you can actually just kind of push that back in, and then that clips back in right there. Okay, so that's the bottom done now, and so that looks nice. That's how you get that installed, and that's really all the same steps for all 4 seats on this. If you just have the 2-seater, it'll just be repeat those same steps for the other side, and if you have 4 seats, repeat all of those same again. And let us know if you have any questions on that install. You can see more at coversandcamo.com. Thanks. Thanks so much for watching this video. Again, this has been Neil here with Covers and Camo, your source for custom seat covers. If you want to see more sets like this, go to coversandcamo.com. We're here to help, and we offer seat covers for trucks, Jeeps, SUVs, cars, and side-by-sides. So if you have a vehicle, there's a good chance that we can do seat covers for it. Feel free to reach out to us and let us know if you have any recommendations, suggestions, or questions, and we are here for you. We want to be your source for custom seat covers. Again, see more at coversandcamo.com. Thanks.